Hello! Happy Monday! Time for more Star Control 2. Now let's see if I can figure out what I was doing. I guess I was just leaving Gamma Kruger. Right, I got my bonus Bekunk Furies. Druuge had gone and done whatever they were gonna do to the Kohr-Ah. The Ilrath are moving to attack the Druuge now, I think. And we just need to head back to Earth and check on if there are any new developments, sell off some of these Furies, and probably upgrade our ship a little bit further. Possibly stop off here to buy more fuel first, though. Because we did an awful lot of stuff last time, between making first contact with and stealing from the Druuge, making first contact with the Utwig and the Suphawks and getting the broken Ultron from them. I think last time was also when we met the Vux and General Zex and got the horrible creature from him, or for him, to trade for the Shofixti Maidens. We found the last of the Shofixti and hooked him up with the Shofixti Maidens, and they went off to do what Shofixti do. Not sure if last time was when we spoke to the Yehat.
Captain. You are our favorite customer.
Bought all the Melnorme
Now,
technology.
What can we do for you today?
I see Lilo01. Hi, Brayburst. I would like to... Do I have anything to sell?
What would you like to sell, Captain?
Oh, and I had... I guess I have some Whiteform data.
113 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 266 credits.
Let's see. What else did we get done? I think that was most of it.
What trade items would you like to buy today?
Sorry, Rayburst chat isn't working, though.
How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel.
Let's
How
buy
wonderful,
one piece of information
Captain.
while we're here. Oh, some historical information. I haven't got too many of those.
Just over 20,000 years ago, when your ancestors were learning to chart the course of the moon and stars on animal horns, the sentient milieu spanned 500 light years and included the membership of 100 worlds. Like all other star travelers,
Hi, Ishla.
they had discovered ruins and relics of a far more ancient culture, which your species calls the precursors. Explorers from many species spent their lives trying to piece together this ancient mystery, but of all races, the Ur-Quan were the most bold adventurers. Their scouts, flying single ships, penetrated far into uncharted space and landed a million worlds. On one such mission, a young Ur-Quan made planetfall on a small, light-bearing alien world to identify some anomalous energy readings, occasionally a sign of precursor installations. Instead, the Ur-Quan found a small, hideous creature, a Dinyari. Before the scout was able to defend itself, the Dinyari creature took control of the Ur-Quan's mind and commanded the scout to place the Dinyari aboard the Ur-Quan's ship, along with hundreds of its evil brood. Then, the Ur-Quan returned to the heart of the milieu, landing on its capital planet. Within hours, every resident of the planet was a Dinyari slave. Within a month, Dinyari compelled starships and spread the evil, psychic creatures across the entire milieu.
That's enough info for now.
Would you like to buy? It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
Right, let's head back up to Sol. And there's Ilrath inching their way towards Thredash space. There was one other piece of information that I got and didn't act on, actually, now that I think about it. Where the Shofixty told me that Zeta Sextantis had a rainbow world located on it, but that's... I guess if I head back towards Yehat territory at some point, I'll go deal with that. Or if I really become in dire need of more credits from the Melnorme, but right now I have a bunch. I don't have any more technology to buy from them, so it's not a great big deal. So let's go talk to Commander Hayes. See if he's got any news for us. Oh, and last time we found the Chinjesu and Myrnaherm, too, that's right. Or Myrnherm? I don't know, I think it's pronounced a couple different ways by different characters in this.
I'm at your disposal, Captain.
Well, no news, I guess.
I don't mean to criticize, Captain, but wouldn't it be more efficient if you could return with larger loads?
Oh, hi.
Farewell, Captain.
Let's see. Let's get rid of... I like the Kunk Furies, but I don't need this many of them, so let's scrap a couple. They actually get me a couple thousand RU each. Fill up a few of these crew pods. Maybe leave one empty. Any ships I need to build? Sure, let's get a Stinger. Maybe a cruiser? Sure, let's do that too. Get a nice little battle fleet going here. And let's top off our gas tank. Move our extra crew pod there, and what do we got? We have one Shiva furnace and 2 dynamo units, so maybe add one more Shiva furnace for maximum combat power there. And decide where we're going next. So we've been pretty well all up here and around. We haven't really been in this area. We also know that the Cyrene, who are the only Alliance race that we haven't contacted or in some way yet, we found out from somebody. Let me see. They're imprisoned at Beetlejuice. Oh, I think it was the Arielu who told us that, because they were explaining what happened at the end of the war before they disappeared into quasi-space. So where is that? Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. So that's there. That's not super far from the number 4 quasi-space portal. It's also not super far from here. I bet there's one that's closer, but I don't know which one it is. Maybe I'll jump into a couple random quasi-space portals and see where that takes me. The ones that I haven't marked down here yet. I know where 7 goes. I know where 8 goes. I know where 9... I do not know where 9 goes, I don't think. So let's try number 9. Which is the bottommost one that's kind of straight down from where I'd start. Yeah, let's figure out where a couple more of these portals go so that I can get around easier. So how's C. Lalone 01 and H. Lalone and Rayburst all doing tonight? Oops, I ran into Jupiter. Let's see, and I was gonna try... Alright, number 9 at the bottom. Glad you're doing pretty good. I don't know what that emote was. Future Man. Oh, this is up here. This is the one that's up near the Zokpot homeworld. That'd be a good one to mark down on my map. So let's do that real quick. Kind of right here. Save, export, should update automatically. After I hit all the confirmation buttons. There we go. That's close enough. I think Beetlejuice was this blue star down here. Yep. Becoming quite... Oh, I'm doing alright. Still got kind of a headache, but... I get to play Star Control 2 and listen to this music, so it's good. See, I think I got an after stream follower which didn't show up, so I'm just gonna flash that again so my follower count is correct from last time. Oops, I don't think I wanted to minimize that. Don't know if it matters though. I'm not sure if Streamlabels works if it's minimized. It probably does, but anyway, Beetlejuice system, where I've been told the Siren are imprisoned. The only member of the original Alliance of Free Stars. Ooh, we have life forms here, but I don't know that I care at this point. I've got a lot of credits. Could still use some more minerals, though. Some more resource units, so I'll scoop some of this stuff up. Getting some more palladium, a little bit of iridium, maybe some silver, gold. It's a good thing we can make spaceships out of pretty much just gold somehow. Gold and radioactives is most of what I tend to scoop up, I think. Speaking of radioactives, here's a bunch of radioactives. This, I think, is even more valuable than the stuff on the last planet, so I'll grab this stuff too. I only have a few cargo pods on my flagship, so definitely not going to be focused as much on resource gathering. So all I have left to really buy is if I wanted to add more powerful guns. And such, but I don't really think I need to. Or if I want to build more escort ships, which I might need to if I get a bunch of mine blown up. Oh, Acid World, why do I bother scanning you? I just know you're gonna disappoint me. Whoop, stop. Overshot. Ah, there we go. There's a slave-shielded world. That's the scanner no work here sound.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. Be warned. This slave world and its inhabitants belong to the Ur-Quan. I am Starbase Commander Talana of the slave planet Gaia. Your ship is not responding to standard hierarchy identification sequences. You are therefore classed as independent. And what? Is my monitor display correct? Is that a human commanding that vessel? Who are you?
I am Captain Zelnick of the flagship Vindicator.
Hello, Captain. But you haven't answered my question fully. Why are you here? Where are you from? Has the slave shield been lifted from Earth? Are the Ur-Quan finally defeated? Simply put, Captain, what do you want from us?
To be honest, we need your help to destroy the Ur-Quan.
Look, Captain, I like you. Even though you're an obnoxious human, I like you. In another time, we might have become good friends. Perhaps more. But that's a fantasy, and my job is dealing with reality. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize what we've got here. We've come too far, lost too much, to ever risk losing Gaia, our new home. Don't get all judgmental on me, Captain. You don't know what we've been through.
Would you tell me a bit about your people and your culture?
Our species are almost identical. Almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Our bodies are very similar, Captain. Except for certain parts. Our cultural development is also mostly parallel. Like you Earthlings, we evolved a society from primitive tribes whose main function was to protect themselves from the large reptiles native to our old world. The main difference between our two sets of cultures, the split in the paths of our development, occurred in what would have been your prehistory, say 5000 BCE. In your world, the agricultural communities were conquered by the more primitive, but also more aggressive migratory herding peoples. This led to a particular kind of sexual and political dominance structure which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century. On Syra, our only primitive migratory tribes were confined to our mountainous regions. Their herd beasts, the Waima, did not do well in the agricultural basins and plains. The two cultures were isolated until much later, when the technological superiority of the farmers curtailed any major conflict.
This was made in the 90s, so I guess they were optimistic that that would have all been solved in the early 21st century. What was Syra like?
It was our paradise, Captain. Our Eden. Earth is the only world we know of whose variety and richness of life even comes close to Syra. Again, like so many other things about our two species, our worlds were very much the same. At least before you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic. Syra's gravity was a bit lighter than Earth's, and its day was 50% longer. Our diurnal cycle is therefore different from yours. We spend 20 hours awake, followed by 10 hours horizontal.
So what happened to Syra?
This subject is very difficult for us, Captain, but I will try to recount those sad days. Like your solar system, ours had a large population of comets and asteroids. Large meteor impacts, though rare, were not unheard of on our planet. So it was not a total shock when an asteroid penetrated our atmosphere and hit the surface. What was odd was that unlike most other meteors, this one was not pulverized on impact. It penetrated the crust and indeed went all the way through to the mantle, causing a supervolcano. The earthquakes caused by the impact were severe. The magma pumped out of the caldera wreaked significant damage on the nearby terrain, but within a few weeks it had cooled, forming a solid rock bandage over the wound. Within a few months, we had cleaned up the mess. The caldera was calming down nicely, and things were pretty much back to normal. Then, just over a year after the impact, all hell broke loose on the surface of Syra. Huge calderas were opening all over, not just around the meteor impact, but everywhere. The scope of the disaster is impossible to imagine. Entire cities sliding into oceans of molten lava, kilometer-wide sections of land pulverized by a cataclysmic explosion, and clouds of poison gas and superheated steam created a death shroud around Syra.
So, Commander T'Lana, what are you doing here?
When the Ur-Quan conquered us over 20 years ago, I was only a young girl living in Habitat 31. My older sister Gianni was a starship officer in the Space Patrol. She was part of the final defense at Raynet. She didn't make it back. When the Ur-Quan caught us in open space, we all thought we were going to die. But then, instead of killing us, the Ur-Quan offered us a choice. We could join the ranks of their combat thralls, or we could be slave-shielded in our homeworld. Like the people of Earth, we chose peace. We became fallow slaves. When the Ur-Quan told us to return to our homeworld, we explained that we had none. Ur-Quan Master 9 explained that they had encountered this situation before, and if we would provide them with a list of our requirements, they would use their extensive astronomical data stores to find a planet for us. So we told them about Syra, about the color of its sky, about the abundant life forms, about the fertility of the soil and seas. Less than an hour later, we received a terse message from Master 9. We were to proceed to these coordinates and disembark. This was to be our new home. But our new world, Gaia, was everything we described. We'd been searching for a home planet for 75 years, and in the end, it was our enemies who gave one to us. I grew up on a small island off the main continent, and like all of my people, we lived each day under the sick, red glow of the slave shield. When the Ur-Quan arrived 7 years ago to refurbish and recruit the starbase, I was selected as the new commander.
Because they're overdue for a resupply, but their starbase is working a lot better than the Earth one was when I arrived. So, what happened to you at the end of the war? Didn't you just answer that?
When we first met your people, we've been wandering through the stars for almost 75 years, ever since the death of Syra, our home planet. We joined your alliance, and I use the word joined loosely, because we had no other choice. The Vox were raiding our slow habitat columns, and we had nowhere else to go. We fought for survival, Captain, nothing more. When your people on Earth were defeated, the Alliance just plain fell apart. The Yehat and Shofixi retreated to their native stars and didn't want us to follow. The Ariru, those creepy little weasels, just plain bugged out, vanished, leaving us alone with nowhere to go, smack in the path of the oncoming Ur-Quan Armada. What were we supposed to do? Fight? 2/3 of our habitat fleet was unarmed. Many aren't even superluminal. We were going to be annihilated if we resisted, and we knew it. When the Ur-Quan surrounded us and started giving orders that all ended with, "or die," we took them at face value. We obeyed. In exchange, they gave us Gaia, the planet below. It's a beautiful world, Captain. I wish I could show it to you. So don't misunderstand me. We love our freedom as much as anybody else, but we've got a good life here, and we don't want to lose it.
If you love freedom and hate the Ur-Quan, why won't you help us? I think she's explained that pretty well, but...
Like I said before, Captain, we would like to help, but we are unwilling to risk losing Gaia. Unless you can find a much more compelling
There it
reason
is.
for us to get involved, you're on your own.
Flag Commander Talana, I will be back.
Until then, Earthling.
So to get them into this war, I have to find them a very compelling reason to do so. Of course, it's not even really a war at this point. Trying to find some way to at least make the Kohr-Ah not win. Let's see. So I believe I know that the Mycons are in this area, and the Rosy Sphere is somewhere over in this, what was the name of that this constellation? I don't think I marked it down what the... I think there's well, I know there's portals that went through to there, because I went in them and then didn't actually make notes of which ones they were, but... Let's try some more portals that I haven't labeled yet. Which I should save here. Find the rest of whatever useful portals there are. So I know where 8 goes. I don't know where number 11 goes, so let's figure that one out. Quasi-space music is not my favorite, though it is interesting. This is creepy. Where am I? Oh, that put me down here. Okay, that's kind of an interesting spot. Let's see. I don't have the bucks or... I guess it's kind of right by this orange star here. And that was 11. Save. Export. There we go. I'm around there somewhere. Oop. So I do know a little bit about what's over here, I think. I know the Mycon are around here somewhere, the Brahi constellation. And somebody told me, oh, the Shofixti Tanaka said that the Mycons had some unusual thing in Beta Brahi. So maybe I should check that out. Beta Brahi. Also, out of curiosity, do I have Vela on my map? No, Vela doesn't seem to be a... Oh, not Vela, Syra. No, Syra doesn't seem to be on my map either, so I would need to know actually what system it was in, which I do not. I wanted to investigate that. I used to just listen to this music on loop. Cruising into Mycon space. And as you can hear, it was about to change there again at the right before I got into the system here, so it hadn't even finished a single loop yet. Hi. Excuse me. I just want to look at your planet. Whee! Here we go. Okay, too many ships here.
This is a special place filled with Jaffa. We must not allow it to be soiled by the Non. You must go now.
What makes this world so special to you?
Juffo is the power of life, hot warmth in the cold void. It flows through all things, binding them together, making them one. You are non-Juffo. You cannot understand. Below is the pod of Juffo, there for 1,000 centuries. When we are cold, the pod opens and warms us. When it is dark, the pod clenches, and lo, there is light. You are the non. The pod is not for you. You must leave.
Just be going now.
You are the non. You must go now and never return.
Oh, so they're actually gonna let me go? That's convenient. Let's talk with these Mycon. Actually, let's, yeah, I'll talk with these Mycon. In the ship. Come on back, come back here, ship. Oh, why did I chase this guy in the clockwise direction?
We are part of Juffo. Juffo is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. We are the Mycon.
Alright. Mycon, please try to understand. We wish peace between our peoples.
A single spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses Juffo. Juffo fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Great. Oh, it's gotten bright out. Mycon pod ships.
Jerk, baby, wimp, idiot, dodo, jerk.
The biggest weakness is that their own weapons can hit them. Also that they're slow,
Dodo, loser,
not very maneuverable.
fool, moron, stupid, loser, dummy, worm, stupid, jerk, moron.
Their weapons are very
dodo,
powerful at close range though, so I have to be
dodo,
kind of careful when I'm
baby,
making these
dodo,
passes. And they can
moron,
heal their crew
dummy, stupid,
by using a
wimp,
full tank of energy.
moron, wimp, jerk, wimp, twit, worm, idiot, worm,
To, get
baby,
4 crew member
moron,
backs.
Dodo, moron, fool, jerk, baby.
Don't hit me with that. If I'm not somewhat careful, at close range, those blasts that they fire, I'm pretty sure will destroy my theory in one hit, just like that. That was not being careful enough. Okay, enough of that. No match for a well-upgraded flagship, though. It's just not as much fun to just blow everything away with the flagship. The Arilu skiff is a good counter for these things too, and maybe even the Zokfot pick stingers? Is that what they're called? You're careful and can get up to them and blast them with your tongue a couple times. That should bring them down fast.
We are the Mycon.
You are the Mycon. Mycon, I'll try this again.
Our bodies seethe with the passion of our genes. 1,000 of your species do not possess the richness in one of my cells.
I wonder how you would taste fried in butter.
I fill with my parents, 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 parents. I am they, and they are us, then and now.
I'm to die?
The deep children are a part of Juffo, home builders, the dwellers in the Mohorovicic. Juffo fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
So I hope that made sense to everybody. Let's try the Zot-Fot-Pig ship. Stinger. I never remember what this one's called. Oh, they're not quite fast enough. Are they? Maybe they are. They may be fast enough. But I need to do something different to actually get a good chance of attacking this thing. Here we go. I got it pretty good. It's gonna do something bad to me, I think. Wanted to get in close before it could regrow its crew, but let's try a cruiser. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad miss. They both have long-range guided weapons. Now let's see if I can get to that planet and get some speed up. It's around here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was incompetent of him, I guess? Ah, stupid asteroid. Ah, my missiles are missing. I guess that's why they're called missiles. There we go. I think that was just all three of them. Oh, nope, there's one more. I guess there was 4 in this group. The cruiser's got the point defense laser, but it won't do much against those plasma bolts that the pod ship fires. Whee! Get some speed up with the... Oop, and then crash into the planet. But yeah, getting some speed up with by using the planet's gravity makes the cruiser a lot more effective. It can turn very quickly, it just doesn't have much acceleration or top speed. So Beta Brahe, I can't really get to. Actually, let's recrew my cruiser here. Because that worked pretty well against these pod ships. Just not as well as my supremely overpowered flagship. Oh. Let's talk to these Mycons. We can't get anything rational from them.
We are the Mycon.
Well, besides that. You know, I probably have some of your relatives between my toes.
I am Druuge. I am the Purity Monitor. I choose what buds are permitted to mature and which must be eradicated. I died of general misfunction 57,283 years ago.
Mycon, please try to understand. We wish peace between our peoples.
A cold rock spinning silently in the void, a womb for the children.
Don't trouble yourself, I'll see myself out.
Juffo
Nope.
fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Ow. That hurt a little. I only got hit by one of those, and it wasn't at full strength, though. Come here. Ow, okay, that hurt a lot worse. That was like 16 crew or something. Wing. Okay, here we go. Planet. Speed. But I want to make sure I don't run into the planet, because I'll lose a lot of crew from the flagship if that happens. Something like a quarter of what I've got. Last time I did it, it was ugly. Maybe they don't have anything useful to tell me. Seems like us just about everybody, even the enemies, have something useful if you pester them long enough.
We are the Mycon.
You are the Mycon. Is that a rock you're sitting on, or you just have a big butt?
Pulsing hot liquid flows through my outstretched tendrils, sending thrills into my interior. The moment has come. I swell and burst. Above me, a cloud of whispering light whirls through the air. I am content.
Mycon, please try to understand we wish peace between our peoples, again?
The Juffo one is strong in this place. Your simple sexual process produces random mosaics of genetic instructions. Yet, with the simplicity of breath, I modify my own patterns. You humans improve a tool and double your capabilities. We Mycon improve ourselves and increase 1,000-fold. Juffo 1 fills in my fibers and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
I'll probably lose my last Arilu ship doing this, but let's give it a try. Whee! I can actually, yes, I am faster than those. Whoop! And the Arilu have superior maneuverability because they can stop instantly, and they turn very quickly. Is he gonna fire at me? Yes. Need to get around him somehow again. Or if he does that, that works too. So if he uses his regen, then his battery is completely empty and I can attack him for a bit. Whee! One down. I'm gonna warp out and switch into the flagship though, because as fun as that is, it's a lot safer to just use the flagship. Whee! Ba-da-bum! Oh, blocked by the asteroid. Nice. Coming to get you. I think the Arilu are probably the best for getting them to shoot themselves, too. Because with the AI, at least, you can get them to shoot themselves with pretty much a full power blast. But I guess I'm out of practice, because I don't exactly remember how to maneuver to do that. Oh, there's more Mycons here. I guess I'll just keep... Until they run out of things to say, or if I find something particularly useful, I guess I'll just keep pestering the Mycon. My nose is itchy.
We are the Mycon.
You are the Mycon. I don't suppose there's a chance that you'll actually respond to what I'm saying, is there?
The deep children, spears of light in the darkness, their discarded husks speak of joy to come.
Do not pester the Juffo up. Well, I'm gonna keep pestering them until they tell me something useful or run out of things to say, I think.
I have chosen my offspring's memories carefully from my set of remembrances, the sweet and warm times of my existence, and those of my parents. The bits of 1,000,000 lifetimes coalesced into a birth gift of complete awareness.
Anyway, welcome to the stream, old dude. Hope your evening is going well.
In the dark they grow. The deep fire feeds the children. Their birth breathes warmth across a cold world. Juffo 1 fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Oh, let's do the Earthling Cruiser. I can only build more of those if I blow mine up. want to get close though, because I don't have any acceleration or top speed. If I don't get a gravity whip to avoid the Mycon's homing plasma whatevers they are. Ah, missed. Ah, crashed. Come on, get to the planet. Whip. Oh. Ah, blocked by the asteroid. I'm just having lots of misses. Now I'm gonna get too close to the pod ship. Ow, ow. Ooh, that should have hit. Ooh, another miss. Come on, missiles, do your thing. You're not missing any missiles that don't miss. There's a good one. That one should be good too. Oh, out of range. Get him! There we go. One more if he doesn't get to regen. Come here. Ow. Oh, hurt that planet a lot. Overpowered flagship. Not even full power, but it's still way overpowered. Let's so that's Beta Brahi. Let's have a look. The Ur-Rat getting up there, still moving their way towards the Tradash. Look at some of these other Brahi systems. Most homeworlds have more ships in the area than that, so that may not actually be their homeworld. Don't see any ships floating around here, though. Zeta Brahi? I just know Beta Brahi is where the Shofixi found them experimenting with some device. Don't see anything much here either. Beta Scorpii. And pod ships are slow. Can't catch me. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of interest at a cursory glance here. May move on from Mycon territory soon, but I do want to find a couple more ships and maybe a more populated system. Ah, here we go. Here's a lot of ships.
We are the Mycon.
You are the Mycon. I can't believe I'm trying to have a conversation with a hot fungus.
The system requires more energy. A convenient source lies beneath the crust. Juffo fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
don't hit the planet. Don't hit the planet. Oh, ow. Only takes one shot with all three bolts connect, I guess. With these guns. Mycon hit the planet. Good job, planet. Oh, I missed. Get in front of him. Or behind him. Okay, he's regenerating. It's fully regenerated. Ooh, just winged him. One more. There we go. And that asteroid is gonna... Oh, not quite close enough yet. Oh, I just ate 16 damage. Okay, shot that bolt down. He's going too fast. He must have got a good gravity assist there. Oh, I guess it does take 2 bursts for me to blow one of those up. For some reason I thought I saw myself do it in one. Whee! Let's see what's here. Gamma Scorpii. Whoa! 4 ships. Only 1 ship.
We are the Mycon.
You are the Mycon. Stop wiggling those, whatever they are.
We look to Jeffowup for direction, and it provides the pattern. Endless expansion, with purity of achievement and intolerance of error. I am Sloosh. I was incinerated 14,000 Earth years ago. I live now for but a moment. Then I am gone. Incorporation of dense amphibal fibers ensure survival in environmental extremes.
Ooh, I got through all the conversation options.
Jeffowup builds
In that,
my
well, the
fibers
4 things it
and
lets me say in this one.
turgid. Violent action ensues.
Ooh, close range. That was like Vux warp in range there. The Vux ships have a unique thing where they always warp in at close range. So what's this thing? This just a normal planet? Apparently. Oh, this is a shattered world. With something on the energy scan. And super nasty tectonics. So I'm just gonna land and pick up whatever that is. Whoa! Lots of tectonics. Report from surface. Near an unusual volcanic fumarole, we have found a fragment of some kind of biological encasement or shell, which is made of an incredibly tough, heat-resistant mat of fungal fibers. We can find no sign of any life form which may have hatched from this eggshell, but we will bring it back to the flagship for further study. End of report. There might be a few ships here. Might be just a few too many ships here. Let's get them all here so that I can run away better. Whee! Off I go! Let's see. Well, I guess I have something to bring back to Earth to study. But I could also move further out this way and try and figure out what's going on with in the Persei constellation, where supposedly a foul race has a red ball that I need. As specific as the Pekunk got about that. Sigh. Yeah. Red ball held by a foul race in Persei. Persei, I don't know. how to pronounce that, but... I think I'm out of Mycon space now. Am I out of Mycon space? Let me see. Yes, I'm well out of Mycon space, so I can stop here and probably see what these blips are. Maybe I should save first. I don't think I've got a game over yet. Ah, yes, here we are.
Greetings, friend and fellow explorer. I am an officer of the Crimson Corporation. We are the Druuge. We are delighted to make your acquaintance and hope that we can do business together. Should your desires be similar, please hurry to our main trading world at Zeta Persei 1.
What can you tell us of your culture, your species?
More than a culture, Captain. We are an organization. The Crimson Corporation. Our corporation seeks only to improve our quality of life, and does so via the dribble-down effect. Until we meet again.
Okay, now I have a more specific place to go. Doo-doo-doo. Beta Pers. There we go. Right in the center of their space. They are right in close to their star, aren't they? Excuse me.
Attention, alien starship. You have arrived at the central trade world of the Crimson Corporation, home of the Druuge. Be welcome and take advantage of our excellent deal. We know that you have Mycon deep-trialed egg case fragments aboard your vessel. Would you consider trading them to us for a shiny new Muller starship? We note you possess the Vortex Spawner. In exchange for the simple device, we will give you 3 Muller starships and fill your fuel tanks at no extra charge.
I don't know how desperate I would have to be to trade my portal spawner for 3 Maulers. What can you tell us about this trade world?
This is the heart of our operation, the vital core of the Crimson Corporation. 1 million deals are made here each day, perhaps more. You would be wise to take advantage of all our services, Captain. You will not find better deals anywhere.
So let's make a purchase deal.
Since this is your first time trading with us, Captain, allow me to explain our standard operating procedures. We will sell you fuel, ancient artifacts, even our own Mauler starships. All that we ask in return is that you assign some of your crew to serving here at our trade world on a permanent basis.
Gee, isn't this kind of like slave trading?
No, Captain. Slaves have no choice in their destiny, no freedom. We would never accept the permanent assignment of one of your people unless we knew that they had granted you the rights to make such a deal.
Well, what would my crew members do here?
People as skilled as your flagship's crew will receive immediate posts in our Starfleet. They will serve alongside our own Druuge starship personnel, sharing every duty.
Yeah, one of the duties of a Druuge crewman is to jump into the reactor to charge their combat batteries. I will never sell my crew to be your slaves.
This is a great loss for us both. But we will not make an exception in your case. However, please try to be receptive to what I am about to say. We have taken the liberty of entering your ship's computer system to investigate the agreement signed by the Earthling volunteers who serve aboard your vessel. As we expected, we found that they have promised to obey you, Captain. Under every circumstance, no exceptions. You are fully within your rights to deal with us in our required manner. Should you change your mind, we will always be ready to work with you, Captain.
Well, how about selling items?
We are prepared to make a deal.
I'm not selling my portal spawner, but what about egg case fragments?
Captain, a special deal. A bargain unequaled. Instead of the usual payment we would give for this item, what would you say to a different exchange? We would like to trade your commodity for a highly valuable precursor artifact, the Rosy Sphere. Its origins are filled with wonder, and its powers are uncontestable, though subtle. What is your response?
Well, that sounds like what the Mycon say I need, so tell me more about this artifact, this Rosy Sphere.
Its genesis is lost in antiquity, along with the race who created it, the marvelous precursors. Note how the device glows, how it throbs, pulsing slowly, bright, then dark, like the heart of a slumbering god. Captain, this artifact has been in our possession for eons. Vast brutal wars have been fought over its possession. The offer we make to you here today is quite unique. Do not make a hasty choice.
Sure, let's do it.
Ha ha! You are indeed a wise young human. The Rosy Sphere is yours.
Mycon haven't been wrong about anything yet, so...
Very well. Return soon, Captain. Your patronage is appreciated.
Let's see, manifest. Devices. Beer Spindle. Aqua Helix. Rosy Sphere. Perfect Ultron. So the Ultron is repaired. Let's see, now I need to get up into Utwig space, which I think I do know a good... Yeah, number 14 will be a good way to jump up to there. I wonder if the Druuge are close to Mycon territory. I wonder if I chat with their ships if they can give me any more information about that.
Ah, the young starship captain from Earth. We hope your adventures have brought you wealth. How can we be of service?
What can you tell us of your culture or species?
You wish to know more about us? Excellent.
I guess maybe I can only ask them about
After
themselves.
all, knowledge should be free. Eh, Captain?
It's the opposite of the Melnorman.
Let's see. About us, well, We are the Crimson Corporation, and the Crimson Corporation is us. When the corporation's earnings are up, our quality of life soars and our benefit packages improve. The further up the ladder you are, the more you profit individually. When times are hard, the corporation must cut costs, usually by laying off employees. Since everything on our world is corporation property, this means any ex-employee is instantly trespassing and is guilty of stealing corporation property, such as air and sunlight. The only appropriate penalty for theft is to feed the furnace.
You don't want to feed the furnace.
Until we meet again.
Let's go. Oop, the Ilrath have almost reached for dash space. Let's see, and I was gonna head up to number 14, which is in the middle of that cluster, right over here. Now that I've fixed the Utwig's Ultron, should go say hi. But I don't remember if they have any particular star that I found that has a lot of their ships, so I guess I'll just wander around here until I find one. Oh, here's a lot. Hey, why is it giving me the, like, alert sound? I'm friendly with these guys.
Just go away. Leave us to ponder our grief.
Hey guys, guess what we've got? We've got the Ultron. Wanna see it?
Yeah! Should I set my gaze upon such a sight, I might suffer sleepless nights for years on end. It is a symbol of the collective Utwig's failure. It is our ultimate tragedy. Ah! Every divot, every crack on its surface is etched forever in my soul. Remove it from my sight, lest I purge my... Hey! That is not the devastated Ultron. It is the image of the Ultron before. A trick? A trick? Oh! I had no idea that any species could sink so low. How dare you try to manipulate me with that cheap stage prop? Why, it's not even... Hey! Wait a second. It looks like... Can it be? Yes! It is! A miracle! Oh, happy day! Joyous occasion!
Happy Utwig.
You have our eternal thanks, good captain. You will be immortalized as the blessed figure that delivered unto us our future. We will revere your very likeness. Let me take the Ultron. Yes, I feel the link, the knowledge, and the power. It seems that there is much to do. Indeed, it seems that you should proceed to the second moon of the sixth planet of Zeta Hyades and take what you find there. We no longer have need for it, but the Ultron reveals that you will. I thank you for your part in the grand scheme. We now recover that which is ours via destiny and proceed to perform our essential service for the universe. But wait! The Ultron throbs and whistles. Matters of significance are being relayed to our brains. It has been so long since we communicated with the Ultimate in such a manner, but slowly the truth is revealed. our destiny. We have been directed to join with our Supax allies and attack you. No, wait, that's wrong. Sorry. We attack your enemies, the Ur-Quan and the Kohr-Ah. No, that's not right either. What? Oh, okay. We must strike only the black ships, only the Kohr-Ah. Now, Captain, we must leave to prepare our battle fleets. Wish us luck.
Okay. So they're gonna pick on the Kohr-Ah, which might buy us some time at least.
I am overcome with embarrassment. I possess the distinguished honor of addressing the legendary Earth Captain. Please excuse my lack of proper facial appliance. This occasion ideally calls for me to don the expression of ultimate gratitude. I am compelled by the forceful emanations of the Ultron to describe the appearance of the mask. Its foundation is composed entirely of a matrix of beetle secretions and trubifern in an intricate and complex texture. The process is extremely time-consuming, since even the best-trained beetle colonies will build 1,000 rejects for every successful foundation. Alas, it will be many years before any of the Utwig will be able to wear such a mask.
Since they destroyed all of their masks, except for the Eternal Shame one when they damaged the Ultron. Does the remarkable device suggest to us a potential course of action?
Your request is within our capabilities. One moment. Emanations from the Ultron. Orange furry air breathes tender yawn.
What?
Yes. It all becomes clear now. You must do something with the great bomb, the precursor relic we kept at Zeta Hyades 6B. It seems that this bomb must be, eaten? No, hugged. No, improved. That's it. The bomb must be improved to fulfill its final destiny.
Bomb must be improved. Must be improved. So it's not good enough yet. We are pleased that we are of assistance in the recovery of your Ultron.
Indeed. We are in the process of reacclimating our brains to its metawave gyrations. Even now, we are compelled to implement a plan of interference, thwarting the goals of the Kohr-Ah. We sense through the influence of the Ultron that these creatures of evil have goals which are mutually exclusive with our existence and your own. Even now, aided by the intangible guidance of the Ultron, we formulate a plan that will serve to preserve the diversity in the galaxy. We prepare an armada composed of the collective might of both the Utwig and Supax forces that will pursue the invaders with the intent of foiling their plan of doom.
We anticipate an era of glory for the Utwig. Farewell.
There is much for us to do. May the Ultron be with you.
So maybe I'll go to Zeta Hyades 6-2 and then see if I can say other things that I might do. Zeta Hyades. Oh, it's back in the corner of their space. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zeta's Hyades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this gas giant, second moon. Druuge.
Fancy meeting you here, Captain.
Indeed. Druuge, Starship Captain, justify your presence here.
We, the appointed representatives of the Crimson Corporation, merely come to obtain the fair and reasonable payment for our goods. We traveled to this region of space years ago to sell the useless Ultron device to the Ur-Quan. We knew even then of the weapon on the surface below us. This was to be our price. But the Ur-Quan used a clever ploy to cheat us. I had convinced the morose Ur-Quan fools that the Ultron was the answer to all of their pitiful dreams. Powers? The Proctor's wine. Will it give us the powers we crave? I assured them that, yes, the Ultron would give them the second sight. The Ultron would allow them to see into the past and the future. The Ultron would slowly imbue each of them with unique secret powers of great significance. The Ultron would ensure that their race's huge potential for greatness would be fulfilled. Then a mistake was made. Enough foolishness. We will take the precursor device from the surface and then leave. Thereafter, I may see fit to bequeath the entire planet to you, Captain, for your invaluable services in the past, provided you leave now.
Well, that's not gonna happen. This precursor artifact does not belong to you. It is rightfully ours. Stand aside.
Liar! It is we who are the genuine owners, not you, Captain. Those many years ago, when we offered the Ultron to the Ur-Quan, how they capered and laughed at their good fortune. Fools. Then they begged to hold the device, just for a moment. To close the deal, I permitted this. A grievous mistake. The moment the High Proctor touched the Ultron, her body arched and her eyes rolled back in her head. She began to babble meaningless phrases and howl like a beast. We had expected the Ur-Quan to fall for our sell, to buy the useless device, but never with such gusto. Their self-doubt and lack of clear reason left them vulnerable to our every manipulation. But then, the Proctor's body relaxed, and her eyes slowly closed. When they reopened, her visual orbs shone with a wild and frightening light. "This is all we could have dreamed of, and more," she intoned. "And now, Druuge, as to your price." I opened my mouth to speak, but before I could utter a word, the Proctor interrupted. "Wait! The Ultron feeds your thoughts directly to me. Do not speak. I know what you desire." What could I say? That the Ultron was a farce and could do no such thing? I was stunned and silent. The Proctor continued. "You, Druuge of the Crimson Corporation, desire an object of great antiquity, something of secret function and value. Very well, it shall be done." And with that, we were led to a small vault. The Proctor ceremoniously opened the door of the vault and explained that because we had been of such great service, all of the treasures within were now ours. Inside we found a hodgepodge of ancient and useless artifacts, a glowing rod, an absurd trident, and more such junk. I could see no way to salvage the disastrous situation at that time. But when I heard of you, your travels, and your foolish quest for freedom, I realized that you could be the agent of our justice. And lo, it is so. You have heard our justification. It is valid and unassailable. Now go, and do not return.
Regardless of your feelings in this matter, we will now take the device.
No, you will not. We know your soul, young captain. It is no brighter than ours. We acknowledge our greed. We revel in it. You are the dishonest one, hiding your shame in shadows. You fabricate justifications, rationales. In the end, we are just the same. But now you stand in our way. You will not be moved. Therefore, we will add your true name to our ledger of hatred. But first, die, child, die!
Alright, let's see. What ship do I want to use? Let's try a Fury. Ooh. Keep dodging until he runs out of juice and starts cannibalizing his crew. Like that. Whoa.
Stupid, loser, dodo, twit, jerk.
Ow!
Dodo, jerk. Idiot,
Yikes.
dodo, fool, dodo.
It's like they get going so fast from the recoil of their railgun shots.
Stupid, twit, stupid, jerk, twit.
The Mycon recharge their combat batteries by atomic. Yeah, I can't get close enough. Now I can. Got it. Okay, let's switch ships. This would probably work well. Smell might do a good job. Fwifo might do okay, but let's try the flagship for this. Flagship might not be the best because it's kind of a large target. Though if they don't stay out of my weapons range. And let me swoop in on them like that. I should eat them up. So since I have seeking weapons, I can hit them from weird angles. They can't aim in. Well, that takes care of those. Carbide world. And there's our energy reading. Report from surface. We found a huge precursor device on the planet's surface, a giant black cylinder set within a simple defensive grid. We have already neutralized the grid. Well, actually Jenkins just drove through it by accident, but that seemed to work. The artifact is covered with precursor script, and although we can't translate all of the writing, it is pretty clear that it is a warning, repeated again and again. The energy output of this artifact is scary. It rivals all our ship's engines at Redline. If I may be so bold, Captain, I would advise that we do not experiment with this device until we are back at the starbase. We shall now return to the ship, with the black cylinder device carefully stowed in the cargo area. I can actually go and turn on the device in my manifest. But since the device is a bomb that blows up a planet, it's not a good idea to do that. Alright, I need more crew and stuff. Okay, the Ootwig and Soup-Hops are heading down now. So let's head back to Earth and recrew. didn't gather a whole lot of resources, except that I blew up a ton of ships since I've been back to Earth, so I got a lot of resource units worth of scrap. Earth, that way. Yeah, I guess there's more up. Galactic North. I like how Starflight had this like upspin, downspin, forward, and outward. Whereas in Star Control 2, forward is kind of diagonally that way. So I can't really use that terminology.
Greetings, Captain. I'm ready to assist you. By the way, I thought you should know, a race of plant creatures called the Supocs have arrived in your absence, Captain. They offered use of their ship designs and will supply you as many starship captains as we require. I, of course, accepted their offer immediately. Also, a small contingent of Utwig has visited. After spending a few days setting up our fabricators to build their Jugger starships and providing us with a few capable commanders, they departed. Captain, if you continue to build such strong alliances, we will surely win our battle against the Ur-Quan. Also, the Shofixti have returned. Their ships can now be built in our shipyards. With their vast numbers swelling our ranks, we won't have to worry about running out of able-bodied crew. And I'm sure their volunteers will reduce the cost for new crew.
Alright, that's good, because I need to get a whole bunch of crew. Let's see, I'm checking off a bunch of things that I've accomplished. I've repaired the Ultron, I found all those precursor artifact pieces the Mycon talked about, and I've contacted everybody that I knew about to contact so far. Let's see. Now I need to bring the Cyrene into the war, ideally. Into the Alliance. Into the Alliance. You can find a way to accelerate the process of the Shenjesu and Mernherm hybridization. Let's see.
Thanks, Captain.
And let's analyze our stuff.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Utwig bomb device. Data, analysis has yielded little information about this device, largely because of our technicians' unwillingness to open it or even remove the bomb from your ship. That aside, here's what we know so far. The device is correctly defined as a bomb, one of enormous destructive potential, but it's not of Utwig origin. Nothing about it relates to the technology we see in the Jugger ship. We believe it to be of late precursor origin, though it somewhat resembles certain Shenjesu technology. Its original function? Probably a planeteering tool for dispersing unwanted moons. Summary? Unless there's a strong reason to do otherwise, do not activate this device. Leave it alone. Any experimentation should be conducted at least 12 astronomical units from this starbase, and preferably a bit further. That's the end of our scientist's report.
That's a long ways.
Try to avoid getting gruesomely killed, Captain.
Right. Utwig Juggers and Supocs. I forget what the Supoc ships are called. Supoc ships are really cool, but hard to use. You hold their special attack button and their maneuvering changes so that they, instead of turning, they thrust side to side. Instead of thrusting forward, they thrust backwards. So they are extremely maneuverable. They're also thin, so as long as you keep it pointed at the enemy, they're a hard target to hit, sort of like the Earthling cruisers are. And their weapon is kind of medium-longish range and is rapid firing and pretty good, but they're still like very hard. But they're still difficult to actually use to their full potential because it does require very, very good piloting. But I'm gonna build a Shofixti Scout and an Utwig Jugger because the Yehat will want to know that the Shofixti are back. Let's see. Let's ditch the Fusion Blaster and replace it with another Hellbore Cannon. ditch one of these storage bays for another dynamo. Hello, Rayburst. I'm glad you got your chat working. How are you doing? How's the stream been so far for you? Buy some fuel. But I should really just get my fuel from the Melnorme. Maybe I'll just buy some fuel. I want to double check that I oops, recrewed all my oh, I didn't recrew all my ships. There's a finished recrewing that Fury. Because of the Shofixty, crew is super cheap for me now, so I don't have to worry about the long-term effect of casualties increasing the crew cost. Okay, looks like the Utwig and Supox are pretty much in position. Looks like 11 is pretty close to... Is 11 pretty close to where the A-Hat are? It's hard for me to tell because I didn't line up my map quite right, but it looks like 11 is reasonably near the A-Hat, so I'll take that one. It seems like we've talked to basically everybody at least once, but there's still more to do. Manifest, devices, quasi-portal. And which one was 11? It's the very bottom rightmost one. And let's go say hi to the A-Hat. Yay, hot! Something's following me. Am I in? Oh, I am in Yay Hot space. I guess I can stop now. Actually, how are the okay, the Utwig and Supox are still moving into the doctrinal conflict zone.
Human, I'm beginning to think that you're touched for sure. You tempt fate and our sympathy too much, I think. This time, perhaps, we cannot be as much your friends as you would like.
This may come as a shock, but the Shofixi are reborn.
If this is being a true thing, there will be many changes, but we are a species long wise in the ways of deceit. You must be proving these words you say, Captain. Send the Shofixi to us as a way of proof.
Alright, I'll send over the Shofixi, but don't mess with him, okay?
We're scanning the separation of a vessel from your fleet, Captain, and indeed, its configuration matches that of a Shofixi scout vessel. This had better not be a trick, Captain. We are knowing the power of a glory device, and if you detonate the weapon near us, the price for you shall be dear. Very dear. The scout has docked, and we await the pilot's appearance at the airlock. The atmosphere cycle is complete. The door slides open, and... It's true! The Shofixi are alive! Look at that fat muzzle, those shining black eyes, the sweet claws! Our children have returned from oblivion! But now we are faced with the cruelest truth. We who have sacrificed our honor, we who have lain with the enemy, we are not worthy! We are nothing! We are less than nothing! But wait, we're the Spathi! We're the Yehats of the Starship Clan! We will not let this lie any longer! Listen, as I speak these words, If our queen makes the dishonorable command, then it is the queen who has no honor. And the dishonorable queen is no queen at all. We, the Zeep Zeep, are the only clan who remember the true meaning of honor. We shall tear the queen from her throne. The 2,000-year reign of the Veep Neep queens is over. The revolution has begun!
Better save that. Check our star map, and now the AHOT have split into two. Which one is this? Good, only a group of 3.
Human, ye shall never be fully comprehending the damage you're doing now to our Yehat culture. For fully 2,000 years there's been peace between the clans, and now you have cast the ancient seed of dissension between our beaks. The bloody wars of ascension are renewed, and you are the cause, Captain. While the Zeep Zeep traitors may be your allies, Captain, I can be assuring you that we of the Veep Eep Starship clan are wanting nothing more dearly than your death.
So how's the revolution going for you guys?
Revolution? You compliment yourself unnecessarily, Captain. This is nothing more than a band of thugs trying to undo the peace of 100 generations. We will roast the traitors in their ships and crack the eggs in their clan homes so that never again will the Zeep Zeep criminals be flying through our stars.
Gosh, I'm sorry about this revolution thing. I didn't mean any harm.
The pain and suffering of this useless conflict are being nothing but a tragic waste of life. Congratulate yourself, Captain. The source of all this death and misery is yourself.
Goodbye, royalist fool.
Now ye must pay for your crimes, human.
What do I want to use? Maybe an oars? Maybe the oars ship? Let's go, Captain Smell. Fire backwards. Ah, of course I gotta hit it. Or use my marines. And he fielded. May have to use my marines actually if he's gonna shield it consistently. Do-do-do.
Go, go.
Shot down the marine. Get him! Now he's too quick, it looks like. Oh, there, I think it might have him. Oh, almost. You got a speed boost from the asteroid. Got one on board him.
Go, go, go. Intruder. Go. Go.
Get him!
Go.
That'll probably do it. So now I'm getting low on marines. Hard to line up this shot for some reason. There's a hit. See if I can lure him near the planet. The Marines are good at using the gravity of planets.
Go, go.
Ooh. Messed that up pretty bad. Right, because I'm trying to turn while holding shift, which doesn't work, so it turns the oars gun instead.
Go, go.
And try to warp out with those Marines as cover, but I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, yep, that worked. What would I want to use instead? Yeah, I'll just use the flagship. So his shields will be effective. At least until his battery runs out. It's a good thing they don't have an AI program to be perfect with that shield, or they'd be real tough to deal with. So I would like to talk to the other Yehat somewhat. Maybe I can find some over in the other part. Try this area of the darker colored Yehat circle. Hello? Any Yehat here? Oh, and the Pekunk had started moving. But it should be alright now. Please be the friendly Yehat.
Is the human agitator who would see her radiant majesty pulled from the high perch?
Nope.
You will rue the
Not the
day you
friendly ones.
devised this wicked scheme.
So how's the revolution going for you guys?
Do not be worrying yourself, Captain. Victory is almost within our grasp.
Goodbye, Royalist Cool?
No, ye must pay for your crimes, human.
So being in the darker part of the Yehat circle either doesn't matter or it's the wrong circle. See, I have longer range, and apparently at least as much speed. Ah, hit the planet for a tremendous loss of crew. Oop, that one forgot about their shield button. Okay, maybe I will pop back over to this part of Yehat space then. There should be some rebels here somewhere.
Is the human? You
Nope, that's the same thing.
do not be worried. No, you.
Really like to talk to some friendly Yehat. I guess I'll help the revolution by destroying all these royalists. Other than the Veep Eep, I wonder which plans are supporting the Queen. Speed. Come on. No, bad. Very bad. It's bad when they actually get a full salvo on you. So that's a lot of bullets that only do 1 damage, but it's a lot of bullets. Try this group.
Is the human
I'm either getting really
agitator who would
unlucky
see
or
her...
I'm remembering incorrectly that you can talk to the rebels.
No.
really tedious if I didn't have all those dynamos on this ship. Ooh, missed. Just like whipped entirely. Ships. It's the last one, I think. I forget if this is a group of 4 or 5, and how many I've destroyed already. It's a pretty great group, though. Oh, that was good. There. It was good, and then it wasn't.
It's the... No.
Yeah, I'm having either bad luck or I'm doing the wrong thing. I'll try getting into that other section and seeing if any new encounters show up that I can actually talk during. Come on, anytime. Okay, fine, charge up our batteries. Whee! Oop, I should move. Oh wow, he took all of that. Second burst. Let's get ourselves out this way. So I don't know how this is gonna go.
Welcome
Yes.
to you, human friend and ally.
Friend
the
and ally.
revolution has begun and clans flock to our cause.
How is the revolution going?
We have claimed the royalist traitors from 5 systems, and even the Veep Creep clan is joining with us against the false queen.
Could you share some information with
Of
us?
course. What knowledge do you seek?
I feel like we maybe have covered some of this before. How were the Shofixti defeated?
As we abandoned the Shofixti to the oncoming Ur-Quan Armada, we watched the situation on our sterile displays of our long-range sensors. Suddenly, the screens flared and went black, burned out. We ran to the windows just in time to see the Shofixti sun burning with incredible light, many orders of magnitude greater than its normal brilliance. 1,000,000 tongues of fusion fire spread through the star system, devastating the inner system's planets, but incinerating all the Ur-Quan vessels. In that moment, the hierarchy's war fleet was reduced by almost 30%. We later remembered that not too many years before the appearance of the Ur-Quan, the Shofixti had told us that they had found something. With the pride of a hatchling's first flight, they unveiled their find. It was about the size of a surface transport, but cylindrical and entirely black. Across its surface were 1,000,000 characters scrawled in an alien script. The message was clear. Danger. Do not touch. We trusted the Shofixti to respect the warning and left the device in their possession. At the end, when the Ur-Quan were approaching their planet, the Shofixti must have realized that they could not win, but at least they could ensure that both sides would lose. They detonated the device in the outer layer of their sun. The sudden removal of a section of the sun's surface layers allowed the pressurized plasma from the interior to burst out like a miniature supernova.
Can you tell me about your royal family? Oh, that also explains why the Kazerts are doing so badly in the war, because they lost 30% of their fleet having that happen. Plus all their losses to the Alliance before, and even after that, I think, with the Chinjesu held them off for a while before they employed the Sumatra. Can you tell me about your royal family?
The false royals, you should say, Captain. To understand our relationship with the Veep Neep Queens, you must first learn a bit of our history. In the ancient past, we Yehat were little more than a collection of warring clans. That history is bloody, Captain. Hideous. We were barbarous then, aye, murderers all. Many great warlords rose from the hills and forests of our verdant homeworld to unite their clans to become king of all Yehat clans. Each one failed. It was no male who finally won the great prize, the high perch of Kohr-Ah. No, Captain, it was a female. A wise and powerful queen, the first of the Veep Neep dynasty. In exchange for the clan's fealty, she gave a simple, compelling promise. She guaranteed that, united under her wing, the clans would never suffer defeat, and she kept her promise. At long last, there was peace on Ur-World. Her line kept true to this promise for over 20 centuries, shooting ruffled feathers, dispensing justice, stamping out foment. But then came the present queen, a true harridan. Under her rule, the power of the starship clans was transferred to the sycophantic homeworld dandies, to warlords who hadn't seen true combat. We, the beak and claw of the Yehat Empire, were powerless to influence her decisions. When the queen showed the true colours of her plumage and allied with the evil Ur-Quan worms, we realised that she would do anything to maintain the illusion of upholding her ancestors' promise, even if it meant destroying our honour. Everything that we stand for in the exchange. No, we, the true Yehat clans, seek to pull the false queen from the high perch. Perhaps we will find a new queen someday who will bring together the clans once more. Or, sadly, I fear we may never replace the Veep Neep's queens, and we shall fight clan against clan until only the bloody feathers remain.
Let's see, do you know anything about the Vuks?
The grotesque monsters? They are an effete and bigoted race, unworthy prey with one exception. General Zex. He commanded the entire Vux fleet during the Great War, and even by our high standards of battle skill, he is a genius. The brilliant tactics of Fortress Square and the dynamic triangle are his creations. Without Zex, the Vux would have fallen to our alliance fleets in weeks, but Zex always found a way to turn his own weakness into an advantage. After the war, we learned that the Primate and the Vux High Council decided to move Zex out of the picture and sent him off to luxurious retirement at Alpha Serenkov 1. We have heard that he spends his time pursuing his hobby, though we do not know what more than that.
Tell me about the end of the war.
I will describe these events, Captain. They make for a tale wrought with sadness and heroism and betrayal. After
Sounds like
the
fun.
Chenjesu, Mermanhorn, and your species were defeated, we prepared a defense in the Shofixti home star, Delta Gorno. Aside our Shofixti, our adopted children, we awaited the onslaught of the Ur-Quan Masters. We waited with eagerness, with the hot anticipation of battle. But then, we received an unbelievable message from our queen. Retreat! We could not believe it. Tactical withdrawal, yes, but to pull back the entire fleet. There was no mistake, no garbled orders. We obeyed. Oh, Captain, the eyes of the Shofixti, their bright and valiant eyes as we moved away. Without us, they had no hope of forming a tactical wedge. They would barely slow the hierarchy fleet. When the Ur-Quan came, the Shofixti fought as immortal heroes, darting in and out of the dreadnought formations and then suddenly blazing like dying stars. But in only a few hours, the Shofixti fleet was gone, and the dreadnought moved towards the homeworld.
How can we defeat the Ur-Quan?
If I were you, brave human, I'd probably be seeking the focus of the Ur-Quan's power and do whatever is necessary to destroy it. we may have a hint as to just what that weak spot is. When we were being hierarchy battle slaves, we learned that the Ur-Quan were possessing some kind of super weapon. A huge battleship they called Sa-Matra, with the firepower to destroy an entire star fleet. For some reason, the Ur-Quan were reluctant to use the vessel. It wasn't until their armada was finally held back at the Kohr-wood front that they brought the Sa-Matra's power to bear on the Alliance. Captain, here's my advice. You can be destroying dreadnoughts until the breeds come home, but you're never going to defeat the Ur-Quan hierarchy until you eliminate their Sa-Matra.
Okay.
If you
guess
need
that's
to know
everything.
anything more, just ask.
Do you have any ships available to join our fleet?
We are honored to help you, Captain. We shall attach 4 Terminators to your fleet immediately.
Nice. Let's see if they have anything different to say about the con.
The cowards live?
Nope. That's the same thing they said to us before about them. Goodbye, brave levels. Viva la
Goodbye,
revolution.
human comrade. Fight well.
Okay. Now I've got a beefy fleet. Don't want to encounter any more of the royalists, though. Both the Thredash and Ilrath circles are starting to shrink. They beat each other up. Now what else? Scorpii. Let's get into Mycon space. There's still possibly more things that they have to say. Now I have some Yehat Terminators to fight their ships with. Their shields are just as effective against their plasma blasts as they are against everything else. Excuse me. Big sneeze there. I also think I should look for more of those fungal sacks. Don't see anything that looks like a shattered world here, though. They should presumably all be orange. I'll just scan this up close one. That's an open world. I don't know if any moons would be shattered worlds, or if it would only be full-on planets. Take a quick peek at... too much acceleration. Actually, I would also, I guess, expect to see Mycon ships in any system that had one of their shattered worlds in it. Their deep children. Let's look here. Oh, here's a couple of Mycon ships. This doesn't look like a shattered world, though. Gamma Sculptoris. A lot of ships, though. Nope, a Pellucid world. This one does have a little bit of exotics on it, though. Grab those. Some Zo crystals. Get away from the planet a little bit and then do an encounter. I'm gonna try to get away from the planet and then do an encounter. There. Here they come. More Mycons.
We are
Big
the
group of them,
Mycon.
too. Where's the Absorbing Junior?
I yearn for magma, the flowing warm basalts, the red glow of the lava pools. Juffo-One fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Okay, some Terminators. No damage. I'm not quite fast enough to actually gain on them. Well, let's see here. That did some damage. I don't think I can catch up. Am I getting closer? I can't tell. Oh, that was close. Bad accuracy. I keep missing. It's because my speed is up and so my bullets are doing what I don't expect. And he bumps into the planet. I'll take that, sure. Now I need to get myself over to the planet so I can catch up with him. Or do that. That'll work, I guess. Here I come. Oh, I guess oh, good night, Seal Alone. I guess I can't, I guess my shields don't protect me from running into the planet. He's already regenerated all of his, crew. Well, there went one of my Terminators. Back to the flagship. We will do this the easy way. Here I come. I'll go the other way. Catch up to him faster if I just do this. Next. Come on. Ooh, I think I got hit for 10 there. Well, I still need to find some evidence of what the Mycon did to Syra, I think. Since I already traded away my fungal sacs, I'll need to find some more. Mycon have told us all about their deep children in their own strange way. This does not look likely. But I'm sure there's another one here somewhere. My alpha rocket. So the Cyrene have a blue star, so I wonder if Syra was also a planet around a blue star. But I should be able to tell from the planet color if it has a possibility of being a shattered world or not, regardless. Beta Copernicus. Oh, here's a possibility, I think. Hopefully this isn't the one that I went to before. But I don't think it is. We got a planet nice and close to the star that's a nice orangey color. Minerals. Dink! Something on the energy scan. Beta Copernicus, Planet 1. And this is the same as before. We found... Near an unusual volcanic fumarole, we have found a fragment of some kind of biological encasement or shell, which is made of an incredibly tough, heat-resistant mat of fungal fibers. We can find no sign of any life form which may have hatched from this egg shell, but we will bring it back to the flagship for further study. Okay, that's all I was looking for here. Zip on out. Hopefully not run into any ships on my way out system. Then I'm just gonna head to Earth, or head towards Earth, and then end the stream, I think, for the night. Check the star map and see how the Druuge are doing its things first, but... Star map! Okay, the Druuge, okay, the Thredash and Ilras circles are still shrinking, Kunk are moving over towards the Yehat, the Druuge and Supox are shrinking, but the Kohr-Ah is not, so... But hopefully they're doing some damage. Okay, let's save there. And so, Thursday is going to be a Bronco NetTrek game. So that should be its normal amount of entertaining. If you like watching the NetTrek, that's what it'll be. Saturday might be the last Star Control 2 stream. I might finish it then, or it might finish on Monday. And then last time I checked, Chroma Squad was winning the poll in my About panels down there-ish somewhere for what the next game is going to be. The other options are Star Control 3 and ActRaiser. So let's see who's out there to raid. Let's see who's out there to raid. Got Steamed Hams, Nicomancer, Ellie. Oh, Revive Retro is playing Super Monkey Ball. So yeah, I guess depending. So either probably Revive Retro or Nicomancer Ellie. I think Nicomancer Ellie has just kind of started streaming more. So let's go and give her a raid. Also playing Super Metroid, which I like a lot. So everybody say hi to Ellie when you get in there, and have a good week. And maybe see you on Thursday if you want to see some NetTrek, or just see you on Saturday if you want to see some 4th of July Star Control.